My Paranormal Encounter. Back in 2004 I moved into my house that I am currently living in. It was a nice house, huge yard, woods in the backyard. My room was a really small room and a closet, which the doors were detached, but I thought nothing of it at first. Anyway, we moved in etc. For about 10 years nothing happened. Suddenly in 2013 my father had passed away and I was heartbroken. 1 year after his death, things started really happening. I would hear screams and see shadows of a man and woman, and every night I would be in bed and I felt like something would be staring and watching me as I slept. So I started sleeping in the living room on the couch, and I thought it would stop. But it didn't. I felt like someone was still watching me. I couldn't sleep for days because of that reason. Eventually I manned up and started sleeping in my room again. Nights went by and nothing happened. I was relieved. But not for long. It was 3 p.m. one sunny day, and as I went to use the restroom I opened the door and I saw a shadow of a man on the wall. He looked like he was wearing a hat like a detective would wear. I froze but then bolted outside where my parents were. I told them what happened and they didn't believe me. I kept seeing this man everywhere, sometimes at night sometimes during the day. One time it was pitch black out, only light was the moon, and I peered outside my window, which my room had a window where I could look out and see the backyard and woods, and there he was standing in my backyard. It was just a shadow standing in the backyard looking at me, but I couldn't see a face, because he was all pitch black. I looked away scared, then looked back 10 seconds later and he was gone. Every time I experienced the paranormal activity in my house I would tell my mom and she wouldn't believe me. I asked her if she had any experiences and she did not. How could this only happen to me? I was devastated and I didn't know what to do. I would hear screaming and stuff move in my room. I woke up with scratches too. I finally had enough of no one believing me, so I got in touch with a psychic, and we chatted and they told me that I had two presences attached to me and need my help to help them cross over. It would make sense because we had a lot of car accidents at the end of my street, at the same spot too. I tried to help and after I blessed my house. A few months passed and nothing happened, no scratches, no screams or shadows. I was relieved for now. When I thought everything stopped, things picked up again 3 years later, more close to a week ago. This time my younger sister was out in the living room with me and we were watching TV. My sister had it on mute because she was Skyping a friend when all of a sudden we hear a woman screaming. It wasn't my mother because she didn't wake up. My sister looked at me and said, "Did you hear that?" It sounded like a woman screaming. We investigated and found nothing. But the scream was clear as day. I didn't sleep that night and I didn't move from the couch for anything, not even to use the restroom. For a couple nights nothing happened and I am glad. To this day I still have feelings of people watching me while I sleep.